Hello, hello.
Surprise.
Joycey.
Oh, yes, that seems to be my name these days. So lovely workmen, I'm sure you've heard this story or had it happen to you. Waiting for them and waiting for them and waiting for them. They never, until I finally found a text number and I texted him and he went, "Oh no, we're not coming today."
So don't you love it when workers do
Yeah.
that to you? And it's like, oh my
No.
goodness.
I know. So I said, well, just get in the car and go. Be the surprise guest.
Well, I'm glad you're here today.
Yeah.
Everyone here.
Okay.
Oh, Dave's not coming?
I don't know, is Dave coming?
No, his mother's memorial was on Saturday, and his kids are all here, and he said he just wants to stay and spend time with them. Have you read Hamlet?
No.
Who wants it?
You can have it. I'm in the middle of 3 books.
This is about
But,
Hamlet. It's about Shakespeare's family.
oh, it sounds wonderful.
It
Oh my
is.
gosh, yes.
And I have a second one to recommend.
Okay,
The Last Green Valley.
okay.
Have you heard of that one?
The Last Green Valley. I've heard of it, but tell me
It
what
is
it's.
a saga, and it is really a marvelous saga, and it's a real story. It's written as a historical novel, but
Oh,
My
that's my favorite.
Me
Me
too,
too, my
my
I'm
favorite.
reading one right now.
So what
It's
era?
like,
Can you tell us that without?
Second World War. It's about a
Wait a
German.
second, tell me more. I think I have read this book. Go ahead, give me a
A
little bit
German
more.
family escaping.
Escaping from
Escaping from mid-Europe, but under the protection of the Germans because the Soviets are coming in.
David, I'm reading that right now. And I said, I'm reading this. I am reading. It's by the author that wrote Beneath the Scarlet Sky, right? That's it.
So you've read it too? Oh.
No,
I don't
I just
know.
started reading it.
No,
and I'm
no,
hooked. I haven't, so don't tell me what happens, but
I won't.
that is a wonderful novel. Oh my God.
And it is a saga though. It goes on forever.
It does, but you know what? I'm telling you, I'm hooked. I love the first one, Beneath the Scarlet Sky, with the Italian boy that,
Yeah.
worked with the priest to, rescue
Yes.
refugees.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And when I saw it was by the same author, I thought, oh, I'm gonna try this one. And
I think that's what I had confused. I think
Well,
but
Don't read it now, but at the end, there is a note, about the historical
okay,
reality of this. So, but don't read it
Okay.
first.
the problem is I'm reading it on my Kindle,
Oh.
through the library, Bibliomotion.
Yeah.
And it's funny, when you don't have a book and you don't see the cover all the time, you get involved in the story, but you forget the title. And
Yeah.
it's just, I'm finding that with reading books on my Kindle, that I really prefer the hard copy for a lot of reasons, but.
you know what I discovered this summer? Reading, I love the smell of a book.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I found, you just stop and smell the book. So I'm like really into having a book.
My problem is that my eyesight is not great, so I still read with a magnifier, but I also at the same time listen to a book on Audible.
oh, yeah.
I'm liking Audible a lot better than Kindle.
No kidding.
Oh.
Gee,
I do
haven't
not
tried-
like Kindle very much.
No, the only thing I like about Kindle is because I have the same issue, David, with not being, my eyesight's not that good, so I can enlarge the print. And,
Yeah. So you can, with Audible, if you really want to, you can also read the book while it's being read to you. Or, yeah, I'm sure that I haven't done this, but you could turn the volume down and just read it.
and just
I
read it,
suppose.
yeah.
But They've done a really good job. And you can get almost anything on there. That's not true. They don't have very much Chinese poetry.
Okay. I've done audio books before, but not Audible, you know?
I found Audible more accessible, wider range. I read the new Louise Penny like
Okay.
instantly because they had it within days after it was released.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
And it's excellent.
Yeah, we actually visited when we were in Quebec, 2 years ago now, and they have a library there that's dedicated to Louise Penny books because she's from Quebec, right?
Yep.
Yeah, quaint little library. Honestly, I could live there, David. It was so unique.
Were you in Three Pines?
Oh my gosh, no, it was just, I mean, just the way the chairs were set up, it was like a library that Sherlock Holmes would be in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just was, I walked in and I felt at home right away. I said,
Yeah.
I could live here. It's
Yeah.
just amazing. But they had a whole section. She had made guest appearances there frequently, and it was just, so I have not gotten any of her books yet because I want to
You
get.
haven't?
No, because I want to get the first one and start from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Because there is a sequence to them, from what I understand.
17 of them.
Yeah, and that's, but I think you have to read them in order.
Well, I don't think you have to, but I think it would be helpful. to.
Yeah. So she bases subsequent books on prior knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, see,
And really, it's the history of Gamache's life.
okay.
It's, yeah.
Actually, I take that back. I did read the first one.
Oh.
But I just have been having trouble finding the sequence from there. I probably am just gonna have to order it and just,
Well, all you have to do is go on, actually, you can just Google it. The Gamache series of Louise Penny's books order, and it'll come up with them all in order.
getting access to the books though is another thing, finding them. It's-
Have you tried?
Can't you get them on Amazon used?
You know, I probably could. I've been going through Bibliomation, through the state library, and they're very limited. I'm not
Right.
finding any of them.
No.
Have you tried Hoopla through
No.
your library? Not all the libraries have Hoopla, but if you have a Connecticut number, you could, like Mystic has it, so you could use Mystic.
Huh.
And I found they have a lot more selection. Have you read The Invisible Life of Hattie LaRue?
No, no.
It's a good story.
You know what? Send that to me, Joyce.
Okay.
Text me that. title,
Text you
but
that,
We
okay.
have Libby. I don't have Hoopla, just Libby.
We don't have that either, but my sister said to me, go on Hoopla, so you'd be able to use Lebanon Library. Lebanon Library has Hoopla, and you can rent. The thing is, you have to read the book in X amount of days.
Yeah,
And
that's
then it
okay.
gets returned. So,
I'm
but
good with
try
that
for
because-
Louise, did you want Louise Penny books? Did you want the book?
I want, no, I don't need the hard, I'll take it anywhere I can get it. but-
Get them on Audible.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
there you
true.
go. You know, that would be a good
That's
way
a
to
good
try
one.
it. That would be a good way to try Audible because I have not used that before.
And
I
that's a
love
good
Audible.
book to walk to.
Ah,
Louise Penny's a good book. Speaking of books, I believe Jane still has my octopus book. Or at least I've not gotten it back, and Dave wants to read it, so it made me, it just
I
made me.
don't think we have it.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
that's okay. If you look, if you find it, good. If you don't, it's okay.
I will double check that.
Okay.
Dave from our class?
Dave from our, yes, I was talking to him about something you said, and it triggered it in me, and it spawned this conversation, and I said,
That was-
have you read that book?
That's the movie. Not the
Yeah,
movie of the book.
The
but
book,
the movie that I saw,
right,
which
You-
is fabulous.
The teacher, my octopus teacher?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I have that
Every-
bookmarked on Netflix. I have it marked, so that's coming up, but.
So many people have recommended that.
So I gotta throw out one more book.
Okay.
The Guide.
Okay, I haven't heard that one.
It takes place in a fishing, very high level, expensive fishing camp in Colorado.
Okay.
And it's current and very, very disturbing, but it's very good. It's very good.
And you got that on Audible? Or you hard copy?
Let's see, how did I read that on Audible.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have a book going on Audible all the time.
Okay. I have mine on Bibliomation, and like you say, Joyce, when you do it through the library, you have a set, it has to be returned in a certain amount of time, so I'm always getting books on hold coming in, so I'm constantly reading and just
And
making sure I finish them before.
When you get those, you have to read them in that certain amount of time, which
Yeah.
is why I can't, I got some lined up and I'm gonna lose them. So,
Well, see, that's the thing about Audible, is that once you have the book, it's in your library.
Okay.
but you have to buy it, correct?
Well, there's you have to
Not
join.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, okay.
So it's, I think it's $14.95 a month,
Ah,
which is manageable.
yeah.
And you get one free credit each month. So you can get a book every month without paying any additional money. There also are, interestingly enough, quite a large number of books that just come with your membership. They're free. Most of them I wasn't interested in, but I did get a couple that, that I was interested in. Khalil Kuban, something else.
I found that with Kindle Unlimited too. If you look at the Kindle Unlimited, it's okay. You might find a couple that you like, but most of them,
Yeah.
yeah. So what about Billy? Oh, is not joining us today either.
Nobody has appeared.
Okay, okay.
Don't forget to tape it though, so that we have it.
It is going. It's
Oh, it's
running.
all this whole conveison?
Yes, this whole conversation is
Oh, we're
on
gonna
there.
be out in the stratosphere. That's not a good thing.
Well, a lot of good book recommendations.
Yes,
so-
yes, I know.
They're on the recording,
Right.
Look, try this. try this.
Okay. Questions?
Not a question, but I can use another review of the last movement that we did
In the forum?
in the form.
I was going to say, my questions are around the form.
Okay.
I still need to do it with guidance from the tape. So just to be sure, I'm not running it incorrectly.
Well, we didn't even complete it.
No, we didn't do the hands. We
No.
just did, but
I need way back to the bump.
To the bump.
Or the shoulder striker.
Ow.
From there forward, I'm kind of, so,
Okay. Well, let's just kind of flow through the earlier things and,
so we're gonna do form?
nope, we're gonna do the standing work and you
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to be pointed in the
can
right.
get rid of that chair if you want.
I think I'm good right here. I just wanted.
Okay. So stepping out, Standing and breathing. Even though we have a mask. Really aware of what's happening in your body. Allowing the mind to sink through your body. The energy dropping. And everything releasing and letting go. And then going into the 8 gates. Questions in
I got them in the wrong
there? Not a biggie.
order.
You don't have to leave because of that.
Okay, oh, go ahead.
The thing I would say to you is, don't be as hesitant about pulsing.
Oh, okay,
Let yourself do it.
okay.
I feel like you're afraid you might do it wrong.
No, I know, but okay, I will. You know what I was focused on is how different they were feeling. That, you know, is particularly at after the transition and the change, that first feeling of water as opposed to
Yeah.
so that I wasn't thinking about pulsing, but I will try it more.
They're doing quite well with the pulsing, actually. The one thing to keep focused on is that movement of the elbows. Because part of what's happening with the connection of the elbows to the scapula and the spine is that also that's part of the route to connecting to the internal organs. And when, I'll take an easy one, when if you let the elbows collapse, I just lost that connection. But if you simply allow the elbows to come in but maintain the connection, then you can keep not only the connection to the spine, but the connection to the elbows, to the internal organs.
David, was your first model a collapse?
I'm sorry?
The first thing you showed us, the first model, was that a collapse?
Collapse?
You said, don't let them collapse.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because can you do that again? Because I didn't see the difference.
Sure. So this was a collapse,
Okay.
okay?
Mhm.
This is what you want to do. You see the difference?
I do, yeah.
So the elbow doesn't shorten between the elbow and the shoulder and the spine. It simply goes in and out and maintains that connection.
Yeah, the second one, your elbow was engaged.
Yep.
Unlike the first one, I could see that, so.
Yep.
So it's going in and out this way,
The elbows.
or
The
is it
elbows
ma-
are,
they're going in and out this way,
right.
in a circle?
Well, circle-ish, curving. I won't say they're going in a circle. Your hands are being driven in a circle by them. So in this one, as they're coming in this way, not this way. Okay, so the hands are coming down and in and up and out. I'll exaggerate the movement. So you're trying to find that circular movement, but it's coming from the back,
Yeah.
not just the scapula, from the spine, through the
Ah,
shoulders.
sure, everything. Yep,
Okay.
okay. Yes, I will do that. I will become more octopus-like.
Ah.
So when, it's been a while, that was always the impression I had in my mind in class, is that octopus, and I haven't used that in a while, so I will get back to that.
Okay. So single arm, left side.
I have a question.
Okay.
Once I get started, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But I got myself all twisted around because, okay, we're starting with the left arm
Mhm.
on the left, and are we doing the left pattern or the right pattern?
Well, what pattern would you be drawing?
I would started out in doing the left pattern with the left hand,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Right,
right?
uh-huh.
So that was it. See, I convinced myself I was wrong. I was right. Okay,
No,
got it. Okay.
so when you begin with the left hand,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
you are drawing the left pattern with the left arm.
Yeah.
And now you're drawing the right pattern with the left arm. Right?
Yep.
Wait a minute, I did it wrong.
Okay.
See? So
Yeah,
the right arm is going to draw has started drawing the left pattern.
Yeah.
And then the left arm.
and it just goes on this. Yep, okay. Okay. I give it a shot.
Go.
You know, what? I had a revelation this week, so I have to say first. Remember when we were in class and we were doing this standing still?
Uh-huh.
It's the same thing.
Son of a gun.
And so when you go back, you're going back and you're in the middle of the circle, just like you were center weighted. And then you go, I mean, it just all of a sudden. was like,
Well, that's
ta-da.
That's great.
Okay.
That's good.
That and the Shubu walk that we struggle so much with, I realized
It's
is
this-
the walk. right
It's
there.
the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Whoops, I'm on camera. I got stung by a bee yesterday. It's driving me crazy.
Oh,
Okay, just start.
yep.
This is not right, is it?
Not quite.
Right, I have it backwards.
Okay. So we need to work on the right arm again for a little bit, but don't you were moving the arms through 2 counts while your foot was in midair.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what I was doing. Okay.
So
Start again.
let's do it together.
All right.
So actually, let's start from the beginning. We'll do it correctly. So step out, turn the right leg, step forward, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, still turning left, 3, turn right, 4, 5, 7, 8. So Do you understand what I was talking about?
Yes, I do.
Okay. The other thing is that when you get, I'll mirror it, when you get to this point and you're doing that continuous turn through 1 and 2, I understand the difficulties. You have to keep the body turning slowly as the arm draws the S curve and then go to 3.
Okay, that's where I struggle. So can you do that one more time?
Sure.
David? Okay, so I'm gonna keep my hand on my dantian because I
Sure.
was losing it there.
Yeah, and our tendency is to get here and we have no more turn of the body.
Yeah, exactly.
And the other thing, I'll just say again, 1, 2, 3.
You don't do the turn then back until 3.
Nope. So if you're here and make sure you're facing forward, good, you both are. And your weight is forward.
Okay, right.
So on 1, your weight is back. On 2, you keep rotating. And on 3, you complete the S curve and turn the foot.
So you're rotating on 1 and 2. You see, I'm on 1 and 2 and coming back on 3.
Yeah. And the thing that you're trying to do is drive this arm by this movement. Because what happens is, even though the body turns, we're just doing that because we're supposed to do that. And that's not what we want. We want to cause this to move because the legs and the body are saying, turn you.
Right.
And then into the, so it's a difficult piece, but it's really an important one.
Yes, yes. So it's the dantian that's actually moving the arm. Moving
Yep,
through the
yes.
S curve.
So, right.
Start with your weight forward.
Oh, okay. I'm starting in the middle of the form.
Yeah, no.
So
So we're at 7, right?
is this hand on my midline?
To begin with, yes.
Okay, so as we're front weighted, this is on my midline.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'm doing the same thing, Carol. Okay, and this arm is only gonna move, we're gonna go back, and it's moving back all the way.
You're also rotating.
Rotating left?
No, so this is 1.
Okay.
1
Why are we
is
so-
rotate and shift back.
All right, okay.
2 is continue to rotate.
Yeah, but the difficulty is not rotating too much, so you have room left for the arm to go.
Exactly.
And that's where I'm struggling.
This is teaching you a whole lot of different things.
Is I'm gonna keep rotating. Yeah. I know that was very rough.
Well, that's okay.
And keeping my shoulder down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, that too.
Yes, I
Okay, so,
So you're already turned. As part of it, because that can really be an issue.
okay. So now,
You need
straight.
every bit of rotation you've got in the body to do this.
Yes.
So
Right.
1 gets you into the design. One of the things is, don't do this because you failed to do part of the movement. Because it doesn't go from here to there or there. It goes down.
Yeah, I can see that.
So down
Down.
and continue down.
And
Oh, that makes it easier.
And then turn. So remember, the ball is always in front of
I
you.
know, why did my arm end up way out there?
Because you didn't keep the ball in front of you, you pushed it to the side.
Okay. Okay, so. And we're rotating in this direction. I'm rotating to my right,
Um,
or am I rotating to my left?
no, you're rotating to your left. You're not going to go this way. That would be very hard.
So I'm rotating to my left and coming back.
This is,
And
Let me say-
continue to rotate.
let me connect something here. If when you start at the beginning here and you go 7, 8,
Mhm.
the first movement is turn and sit back. And 2, just rotate. And 3, turn the leg. Okay?
Mhm.
So what happens here is that instead of turning out and back, we're turning in the same direction.
Mm.
But then this release is just the same as we've done in 2 before. It's not a different 2. The 2's identical.
It's just coming down. I was going way too far out and I was running out of rotation
Yeah.
because my arm movement was way too big.
The thing I would say is that when you look at this pattern, usually this is our S-curve width. When we're doing this particular movement, the S-curve width is like this.
Yeah. Because it doesn't really feel like an S curve. when I'm
Well,
doing
it does. It's narrow.
Yeah, yeah.
It's narrower. It's not the same.
It's really hard to get the S curve on this. I find it hard to get the S curve on this side.
Yeah.
And this is where we start, when we start with the left foot, correct? This pattern that we're doing now starts the left foot.
No. No, the left foot starts just like the right did. 7, 8, 1. They're all mirror it. You put your left foot forward. You're starting with your left foot forward.
Yeah.
So 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2.
It's that long.
Lost you, Joyce.
Yes, you did. You did.
The second part where it's that fluky S curve, it's the second.
I thought I had this and I think I've been practicing it all wrong. So now I'm really confused. I'm really confused at this point. I will tell you, I really am having a hard time figuring out what we're doing. So I'm gonna try it again. Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I have other people who've been at it longer than you, Joyce. So I'll mirror you. Okay.
All right, yeah, no, I would rather stand like right, can I stand here?
Sure, you stand wherever you want.
Okay, all right, this is good, because I can watch you and
Okay,
figure it out and, okay.
okay. 7, 8. Weight is forward. 1, weight is back. 2, stays where it is. 3, it's still back. 4, coming forward. 5, continuing forward. 6, 7, forward. 8, rotate. Now, the right arm is going to go into the S curve. 1, 2, 3, 4, bring that left arm in. 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we're back to the beginning. We've done 7 and 8, and now it's 1, 2.
One more time.
Sure. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. So this is starting with the left foot.
Yep.
When we're coming up at the end, I don't know if this makes any sense, but if the regular way with the right foot, the 7, 8 crosses on this side of us,
Uh-huh.
okay? When we start with the left foot, does the 7, 8 cross on this side or this
Uh-huh.
side?
No,
Crosses on this side instead of that side.
yeah,
All right,
everything's mirror image.
everything, right. Okay, that's what's screwing me up. Okay. I
So,
think I don't want to hold it up anymore. I will watch the tape and practice.
okay,
And
so what I was gonna say was, don't don't try to think about the right side when you're doing the left.
Oh, God.
Well,
I hear
that's
you.
what's happening.
is that why I'm so screwed up?
Well, that's part of it, I think.
That worked. And this hand comes in like this or
Yep.
like this. And then we're 7, 8.
Uh-huh.
Now, this is where I get grouped up. This arm is gonna do this? No, this is not right.
Yeah, because we're supposed to be going this way.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Yeah.
This way, yeah,
Oh,
Okay.
this way, cross my body.
yeah.
Yeah, and so what actually, so it was before that you had the problem.
Okay.
Because it helps me if I keep looking at the left pattern
Yeah.
when I practice the left.
So this is what we're,
Yeah, on the left side,
All
yeah.
right. Okay, I have one of those.
So,
Okay,
so what happened to you was on the 3, 4.
Yeah.
You got to here, all right,
Mhm.
but then you did something goofy with your arms.
oh, good.
Because what happens is you have to think about the left arm has to complete the circle. So it's got to do this.
Mhm.
It has to come down here. The right arm is starting the left pattern with the thumb leading. So it has to go up this side so that it's ready to go down
That,
here.
oh, that makes sense, David. That makes sense.
So
Okay,
one of the things is that when you draw the left pattern with the left arm, the little finger edge is leading. When you draw it with the right, the thumb edge is leading.
Yeah.
Which is why we practice that in the basic dynamic sphere.
right. Okay.
Easier S than D. I think Pastor Joe must have stayed up nights figuring this out.
Trying to screw with it. That's it?
Yes. That's it.
I held my breath. Although you have to breathe when you do this.
It really helps.
I didn't breathe that whole time.
Okay,
Okay, all right. Practice,
so I'm not even gonna go to the double arm today,
okay.
because I think it'd be good to focus on this. So, let's go to the, any other questions? Here. Okay. Good. So let's go to the form. And we're still working on starting with the right side of the form. We haven't done the other side. There is another side. So I'll go this way, so maybe you can see me. So here we're going to start with the right foot forward. So we end up same place we would be for the beginning of the double arm. But we're going to sink and turn, and then rise and turn, ward off, rotate, sitting back, rotate, complete roll back. Turn, push down, forward it up to push down, step, shift, rotate and press forward. Step up, separate, step forward, empty, rotate right and shift forward, cow. Oh. You okay, Joyce?
Yes, okay.
Good. So then we went just to the body movement. So shift forward, reset, go back and down, then turn right and go up, down through an S curve, sink, 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 sink. Questions? You're okay with that?
So I couldn't see your hands on the bump that, you stepped and they separated, and then what did they do?
So you go here, here, here.
Okay. Okay. And I heard on the tape, he said to you, it's out, it's not, so.
I was doing it to the side, not
Yes,
the midline.
it's out.
Yep.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
gotcha,
The arms are in the center,
right.
but if you look here, just I'll do this slowly. So when you go here, the arms are coming in and turning, and now they go out.
That's it, out energy.
And I was missing that extra step that you took to reset, which was making that bump feel very off balance. So, I've got to get that into it.
Okay. So if you're at press,
Mhm.
you step up,
Thanks.
step, turn and step, and then rotate and shift forward onto it. Banding.
And then you step up and start this.
Yeah,
But that feels a lot steadier with that, setting that right foot.
so you really end up pretty much with the feet parallel to each other. And maybe a little off,
Yeah, okay, but
but
Right.
they're not, you're not trying to get into a bow stance.
and I was ending up with a very wide bow stance, trying to do that strike, and it was very awkward.
Not only that, you could hurt your knees.
Yeah, so that, I missed that.
I'm against
step.
that.
Yeah, no. Okay.
So try it once, go to press and just do that. Let me see.
Start from press?
Yeah, start with
Start from press.
Okay. Oh, gosh, now that you said that. So bring set the right foot. Bring, oh, wait a minute, no. So from press, you separate when you set the foot.
Yep, good.
Rotate.
That's getting there.
Yeah, it feels better.
No,
The hands are facing,
okay.
so this foot's on an angle at press.
Oh, okay, all right, so, and press, and,
Turn and don't shift back.
oh, so empty,
Yeah.
so it's empty as they separate, okay, and then, okay,
So
So you step up
Yeah.
and you've made the step,
uh-huh,
and then you go back and step. And then you go forward.
okay.
Not lifting the shoulder.
gosh, I
I
know.
know. I find when I don't know what I'm doing, everything gets bigger and my shoulders get higher and higher. When I'm
Exactly.
in control, or not in control, but when I know what I'm doing, everything comes down.
Good.
Well, you relax more because it feels more natural. than-
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Press,
So rotate right when you shift forward in the final movement.
rotate right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
bring the side of your body forward. Ah, good.
Okay. So
So,
I also, I haven't had this foot angled correctly. So, and we're pressing in this direction.
Yep. Back and step. The steps are empty.
Oh, the front step's empty too.
Absolutely.
so,
I should
This
know
is Tai
that.
Chi.
I should hear that in my sleep. I've asked him that 1,000 times. Okay, here
Not
we
as, but press the front.
go. This is
Okay,
it.
yeah.
So. This is,
And this,
The last movement was good.
but where was the empty step?
Oh,
I don't think I felt an empty step there.
Okay. And because this is. well, I really don't. So you shift forward
Okay.
and this foot's empty.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm going to shift back and turn and step empty.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And then I'm going to rotate and shift forward to my dynamic movement.
rotate, and
Rotate
that's
right.
the end.
Yep.
Okay,
Bend your left elbow a little bit. You want to bring. Yeah. So don't let it get. Let it have an arc.
there we have it on.
And the palms are facing more or less in the direction of your left foot.
So David, what is your weight on your leg where you are right now?
60.
So you did that bump to 60-40 with a rotation to the right.
Yep.
Yeah, that pulls my knee. I can see where you could turn that and jerk your knee right then.
So you want to make sure that you place the feet correctly.
And feel your foot there probably is a good idea when you do that.
Because the way this is eventually, even if you're doing all the other postures slowly,
Mhm.
this is what you do eventually. Press.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, not right now.
Not yet.
Not yet, it's right. I just got that foot in, that really made a difference.
Yeah. So let that turn to the right. Turn the left foot so that it's more parallel to the right foot.
Ah, that's what makes it easier.
Yeah, and
That makes it easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're really not coming out into a bow stance. It's.
no, that's what I said.
Yeah,
Not a
yeah.
bow stance. Your feet
You
should
just,
be more or less parallel to each other. Yeah. That was pretty good that time, Joyce.
Um,
Oh, there you go, Carol.
you know what, moving that foot parallel also makes that a lot, I just feel that bump a lot.
Yes, you're much more stable.
Mhm.
Good.
Better?
Uh-huh,
Okay, I'll
absolutely.
practice.
Good.
Oh, they won't be able to see anything but the back of me.
That's all right.
Yes.
David, that's important.
Yeah.
Although Dave did say to me, don't forget to record. Okay, so um, I would say watch me first here. So I'm not doing. I was doing something you've not seen.
George, you want to come over here so you can see his hands?
Okay, so now that next movement was shift forward and the arms start to change. I've reset the foot, that's a turn to the left. And now I'm up and I'm going to go back and down in an arc, bringing the hand, the left hand, forming the sword fingers over to connect to the hollow right here in between your wrist, right at the base of your wrist. Okay? And I'm now 100% on my right foot. Now I rise, turning right and left, and come right up to the top, and I'm still holding that connection. And now as I go down that S curve, the right arm rotates. Rotates. Rotates.
Like we did in the form.
Similar,
Yeah,
similar.
okay.
Not exactly the same as the other form, but similar.
So when you come from the hollow at the base, where does it go here?
Okay, so here, there's a hollow right above your thumb at the base of the wrist.
Right here?
So, yep,
Okay, yeah.
so that's where you're connecting. And when this makes this turn, you just let your fingers slide across. And where you're coming to is here, in front of your dantian. And you don't want to let those get locked. You want to keep them a little bent.
But keep the sword fingers all the way through.
Nothing to it.
Yes, until you try to put it together, right?
Okay.
No way. Yeah, okay. Okay, Jose. Here we go.
Here we go. Okay, we're in shoulder.
Oh, we're in, okay.
So you shift to 100% and the arms start to separate. And notice they haven't rotated. Okay? You haven't rotated, they haven't rotated. As you turn, now they did rotate. The right arm turned so that the palm is pretty much facing the dantian, and the left has come out in front of it. And as you go up and then down, You can fold those fingers, and just as you come to 100%, you touch. And then you rotate, going up. And notice my right arm is rotating the palm out, and then down. And that last part of that movement pulls the left foot in. And then you're going to turn and sink to the left, through the center, back to the center, ready to go into elbow strike, which is the next one. Question?
No
Yeah.
question.
Everything that came before the S curve, that transition is where I lost. I get the S curve, that's pretty obvious, but.
But the one that goes this way, when he first comes in, yes.
Yes,
Well, I don't get the whole thing, but that, we'll start there, David. Oh,
Okay,
so, all right.
so I'm gonna mirror it.
Oh, you mirror? Okay,
I'm mirroring.
okay. Wait a minute, is your mirror right?
no. we're
I
the
know,
same.
are we doing the same?
Got your left foot forward, I've got my right foot forward.
There you go.
No, you're not, you're not the one.
That's my right leg.
Oh, all right, so you have. What are you doing? Oh, I see what you're doing, David, okay.
No, you stay over there so she can see me.
I know, I need to. We're trying to do it exactly the way you are because we're
Yeah,
standing on the side of
yeah,
it.
yeah,
so-
Oh.
Okay, right?
So
Is this
as you
correct?
shift forward, the arms separate, and the turning to place the left foot in a shallow angle is what turns the arm.
I gotta get over here because the mirroring is throwing me off right now because
Okay.
I'm too close to you over there.
So you want me to do it right, correctly? And
Yes,
Yeah, I think it would be
yes,
easier.
yes, do it. Yeah, this is good. I can see, Carol can be in the middle. Can you see in the middle?
Yeah, but I don't want to block David from the, so I
Oh.
can see here, can you see? Joyce?
Can you see? I can see, yeah.
okay,
All
Okay,
you shift forward. You turn and replace the foot, and you're ready to bend into the sword fingers. Over, boom. Okay?
Yeah.
And then
right. Okay, hold up
Yes.
right there. Which way did you go up? You go to the right?
uh-huh,
Okay, so.
you go up,
up.
and you're gonna just continue.
one more time. I'm getting it. One more time, yeah. The separation of the arms at the beginning and that turn is not, is before we connect, before we
Yes.
even connect.
Yeah.
That's where I'm,
That's why I'm missing it too, so. So we're at, you just did the shoulder.
Yep.
right
Well,
shoulder,
okay.
front weighted.
Yep.
Okay,
So shift, reset, down and back, turn right, turn left. Go down.
That seems simpler this time.
What?
Why does it seem simpler this time? I think I was making it too complex before.
Could be,
Yeah.
does happen. So shift forward, reset, back and down, forward and up, and through the S curve. Hands in front of you, and make sure you're not too close to the body. Lift the elbows, keep that connection to the back.
Mhm.
Yep.
So when we do this again, David, I just want to be conscious of the body movement because
Yes,
it looked like you were facing a lot more forward than I was at one point, so. I think
yeah,
I got,
I just turned on an angle there so you could see me a little bit.
yeah, and I was doing the same, so.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it so it's straight to the side.
Okay.
So here, shift, separate, reset. And notice that the reason why this movement has to be an arc is because your body is also turning.
Are you arcing up, back?
Yep,
Oh,
bless you. You're pretty much already up, but there could be a little up and. Okay, go back to shoulder.
Bless you. Thank you. So,
Shift and separate, reset, down and back.
okay, right there, David, where should the body be pointed? Where should I be looking?
Your body's, it's not gonna be straight. It might be, but it doesn't need to be.
Okay,
But what I would say is, it looks to me like your feet are too far apart.
okay, so set closer.
Yeah. Although you're right that we're not stepping up. We're stepping in, but because you're shifting forward and turning, your leg is going to be pulled forward some. That's intentional. So shift forward, reset, sit back and down. Keep the body turning. Yeah,
And here we're facing forward.
there you're facing absolutely forward. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to try it once on your own?
No.
Oh,
No. Oh, that's honest.
Okay, one more time and then we can, yeah, this definitely will take a lot of repetitions
Yes,
with this
it will.
video.
Yes, it will. Hope the video is getting this. Yeah. Okay. Shift forward and separate. Reset. Over, back and down. Up. Down through the S. So,
Okay, you know what, when we came back, when we come back and set.
Yeah.
Where does the arm go from here? Again?
and here, it's
Yeah.
going to do this.
Ah, that's, okay. So even though the palm turns up, you keep the sword fingers on that outside.
You do, you're here.
Okay.
It's even, it doesn't actually turn all the way up. It's just turning and then turns over.
Okay,
And then it goes here. And here.
okay.
One thing I was gonna say, one thing you do have to be careful of in this is when you go to here, when you reset that foot, you have to be very careful that you don't do it too close so that you close off the perineum.
Okay.
Really important that you find at this point, where is it that you can keep the perineum open and still have that back and turn, and then you're into it. Yeah.
Bring it up. And then
Yes.
this way.
Yep.
This way. Wait a minute, when do I
Yep.
turn? Yeah, okay, and then here.
Yep. Bring your elbows forward.
Oh, okay, so.
Good. So try it on your own.
From
wherever you'd like.
From Stripe. You know what?
You can go over
I'm
there.
gonna go over here so that
Sure.
you can see.
Pretty good, Joyce.
And I completely lost what I'm doing.
All right, I'm gonna go back. I have to do it to that point. Don't mind me.
I need to follow.
Okay, we will look at it.
Okay, all right,
I might need to be. So. And I forgot what to do with the hands at this point. So I'm at the stripe,
So,
I'm resetting. And
but you.
I lost the beginning.
Okay. From here, we're gonna shift forward and the bottom hand goes up. And this one starts down.
There you go, okay.
So, boom, reset. And that's it, remember, it's an empty step. So you can rotate and sit back on it. And that.
And from there, I got it, it was that transition. Okay, so. I know the hint.
That, do it again, and as you shift forward, use that movement to move the arms.
Okay, so I'm in, so. I forgot which direction my hands go, David.
Well, that was fine. Let your right go down a little more.
Okay. And then I reset. And then. No, wait a minute. I reset. Because if I go back.
Okay, the second part is good. First part,
That's, I've lost that.
so the arms are really continuously moving.
Okay.
So they're separating, they're rotating and folding into this position. And then they're going up, down.
I can do it when I follow you.
Well, that's gonna be on the tape, what you just did, right? in front of
Good,
the camera.
that's, yeah,
So that's good. Although I have that, I feel more secure with that one than I do from the, whatever this
Press
is.
forward,
Press forward and into that shoulder stripe.
yeah.
That one gives me more trouble. The other one, it seems to be folding in. I don't know that it's not anything. Yeah, it's time for us to move on.
Well, I hope that the tape will help.
I think so. It's just going to be practicing. That repetition is what I
Yeah.
need right now.
Yeah, this is not an easy posture. I mean,
This whole thing is not easy, and it's why I wanted to come today, because it's not the same online. And, at home you can get a flow going, or I can get a flow going, but I like to come here and get the
Good.
correction.
get the details.
Yeah, and I'll go back. I goofed myself up on that left side.
Yeah,
It'll get straightened out.
so I was gonna do one more thing, just so
Okay.
you know where this is going. So to here,
elbow straight.
So after a very complex, when you get an easy one.
Thank goodness.
I don't know that I should call it easy, but simpler.
Simpler, yeah. Simple, not easy.
Simple.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Thank
I'm glad you came.
I am
Yes, me
too.
too.
Oh,
Me
You know,
too, me too.
standing here and being able to actually stand beside you and do it is, it's just.
Different.
So, so much more
It just-
effective for me.
Yeah, it didn't make sense to me. I hadn't planned anything because I was waiting for these guys, so
Yeah.
just, and it's a beautiful day and a
Is it?
beautiful
Oh, it's
ride.
gorgeous
It
out.
is,
Joyce,
Yes.
I was going to say to you, remember that you have already paid for this Saturday's class.
oh, I know, that's okay, that's okay.
All
I
right.
probably won't be there because we started going through schedule last night. And Keith said to me, something is Saturday, and I, okay.
Oh, yeah,
So the-
Mrs. Mayor?
Mrs. May, yes,